Hospice saved my life.
It's been 12 wonderful years, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Every Tuesday, I leave a much better person than when I arrived.
We are the Talbot Hospice Foundation, the premier hospice resource in Talbot County, Maryland. Talbot Hospice is a nonprofit organization of committed staff and more than 300 wonderful volunteers. Since 1981, the Talbot Hospice Foundation has been providing hope, compassionate support, and services to individuals in the community who are facing end-of-life issues. Talbot Hospice cares for people wherever they are, in their homes, in nursing homes, and here in the guest wing at Hospice House in Easton. All services are provided without charge to patients and their families. We also work closely with our medical partner, Shore Home Care Hospice, which provides medical oversight and hospice nurses. They are the first people to call when you think your loved one is ready for hospice. They determine, with the help of the patient's physician, if the patient is hospice appropriate. A referral for hospice services can be made by anyone: a physician, hospital discharge planner, family member, clergy, friend, or neighbor. Both the patient and caregiver need to understand that hospice does not hasten or prolong life. It emphasizes comfort over cure and the quality, not the quantity, of days. Shore Home Care Hospice and the Talbot Hospice Foundation work as a team. Every 2 weeks, we meet as a team to discuss how, with our various areas of expertise, we can meet the physical, emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual needs of each patient and family. Talbot Hospice offers many services that can help. We can deliver medical supplies and medical equipment, such as wheelchairs, walkers, and shower benches and stools, just to name a few. We loan this equipment to anyone in the community at large, not just to individuals in our program. There is never a charge for this service. If you have a loved one at home on hospice, we have volunteers who can provide respite care to the caregivers. These volunteers will sit with the patient while the caregiver runs errands or just wants to take some personal time for him or herself. Our in-home volunteers find it a very gratifying experience.
I'm a patient care volunteer for Talbot Hospice Foundation. I visit patients in their home. What does this do? This allows a primary caregiver an opportunity to have a few hours a day for themselves, whatever they want to do, to know that their loved one is being taken care of. They can go to lunch, they can play bridge, they can run errands, they can do shopping, whatever it takes for them to become refreshed when they return back home. What do I do when I'm visiting a patient? Well, we talk, we read sometimes, we may run errands, we may go for a ride, but mostly we just visit. It's been 12 wonderful years, and I've made so many wonderful friends, new friends, during this experience that I wouldn't trade it for anything.
When you are taking care of a loved one who is very ill, you have to learn how to first take care of yourself, and sometimes that is a hard thing to do. Through our weekly support group for caregivers, we give them tools to handle this challenging responsibility. In 1998, we opened our 6-bed guest wing for patients who cannot stay at home safely, or who, for a variety of reasons, do not want to stay at home in their final days. While here, the guest wing is home. The rooms are like bedrooms in your own home, individually decorated, very comfortable and homey. Most rooms have a view of the meditation garden, which is lovingly tended by the volunteers. We prepare home-cooked meals. We provide 24-hour care. The Shore Home Care nurses visit and monitor pain medication. With our guest wing staff and hospice volunteers, we also provide for our guests personal care and companionship.
I've been a patient care volunteer in the guest wing at Talbot Hospice House for about 7 years. And people always want to know what I do as a volunteer here. And it's hard to say because every Tuesday is different. Sometimes it's nothing but laundry, dishes, sweeping, cooking. Other times you come in and you do nothing but connect on a one-on-one intimate level with somebody who is scared or needy or just wants to talk or is lonely. So there is no set answer for what you do as a volunteer. You do what is needed. And my answer when people ask me, how can I do this? My answer is, how can I not? It's the best thing I do for myself, and every Tuesday I leave a much better person than when I arrived.
My wife was terminally ill. I was taking care of her at home. No sleep at night, constant right around the clock attention that she needed. I couldn't make it. I knew that I was getting physically exhausted, and especially when I couldn't lift her anymore. And I said, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And as I fed her, my phone rang. It was Dr. Stone from hospice. Donna saved my life. Hospice saved my life. My wife was a very stubborn person. When she heard hospice mentioned, she said, hospice, I'm going to make it. I don't have to go to hospice. I said, honey, would you please just come over there with me and take a look? And she said, yes, I will. And I jury-rigged a couple things to get her wheelchair down the stairs at home, got her in the car, drove here, and much to my surprise, when I opened the door, unsolicited, she volunteered, oh, honey, this place is beautiful. It's like my own home. It's just gorgeous. I'm emotional right now because every time I remember just how beautiful the people at hospice were. They saved my life.
Besides our hospice program, we offer our Pathways program, which is for persons with a progressive, life-limiting illness who are seeking curative or life-extending treatment and who may not be ready for hospice care. For example, if someone has cancer and has a terminal prognosis but is still seeking treatment, they'd be a candidate for Pathways. Through our hospice and Pathways programs, we offer well-trained volunteers to help you with transportation to treatments and appointments, running errands and shopping, companionship and respite care, and making and delivering meals. Our nurse educator can help you organize medications and teach your family safe caregiving techniques. She can recommend equipment and supplies that may help make your life easier and talk with you about your medical questions and help you communicate with your doctor. Hospice also offers spiritual and emotional support. Our chaplain is available to provide pastoral comfort and counseling. Our bereavement coordinator facilitates a weekly caregiver support group at Hospice House, and we have a library of helpful books and materials. Our Center for Loss and Recovery treats the living, not just the dying. Our bereavement services are available to anyone in the community who has had a loss and is grieving. We can provide individual counseling or family group counseling. There is never a charge for any of these programs.
I'm Julie Crocker, the Executive Director of the Talbot Hospice Foundation. The founder of the modern hospice movement, Dame Cicely Saunders, said, "You matter till the last moment of your life, and we will do everything in our power to not only ensure that you die peacefully, but that you live until you die." We embrace that idea wholeheartedly at the Talbot Hospice Foundation, so we treat the person, not the disease. We focus on the family as a unit, not just the patient, and we provide whatever we can to make a person's final days more comfortable and peaceful.
The Talbot Hospice Foundation is committed to helping people live fully until they die. We are ready to serve the Talbot County community with our wonderful volunteers and our partner, Shore Home Care Hospice. Like a hummingbird, our logo, we aspire to hover and savor each moment as it passes, embrace all that life has to offer, and celebrate the joy of every day. Please call us anytime with questions and concerns, and we will be happy to help.